This is old Back Yonder, coming from here in downtown Falmouth, Kentucky. So happy to have you folks out in the Outlook land. Now you'll notice I have my straw hat on today. Now, as James Whitcomb Riley said in his poem Knee Deep in June, these are mighty nice little coverings for your head, especially as you get older. They're not only ventilated, but they keep the sun off of your ears and your forehead and different things. Now, I not only use this, we called them straw Cadies back when I was just a boy. We'd say, that's a nice looking Cadie you got on there. Well, in fact, I got a little red motor scooter, a little Honda, bright, shiny red, and I ride around in the summertime, and I even wear this straw hat on it. Now, I use this gaucho strap here to kind of hold it under my chin so when I pass a big truck that it doesn't blow off. Now, I know some of you folks might say that that's not a very good example to ride a vehicle or a scooter or a cycle with a straw hat on instead of a helmet. But I'll tell you folks, I got a reason for that. At my age, I cannot afford to have an accident. The other most dangerous thing when you're riding a scooter, especially a scooter, is having folks see you. And when I go down the road here on my scooter with this hat flopping up and down, they wonder what in the world is going on here. And I can tell you that that draws attention to it, and it's cool also. I'm not going to talk about straw hats. I thought, well, I'd give you just a little bit of history. Now, I can remember when around our house we did not have a television set. We didn't have a computer. We had only one little radio. Now, I know folks today, there's some of the older people that will remember when they didn't have a TV. Most of the kids can't. And then there's a lot of kids that can't remember when they didn't have a computer around. And it seems as if computers have sort of taken off everything in society. I heard an old man say the other day, he was almost 90 years old. He said, I'm telling you, these young folks anymore, all they know is computers. They can't do anything without a computer. He said, sometimes I wonder how they, wipe their behinds without a computer. But anyhow, that's the way it was. I guess our first radio came about 1955, somewhere in there, give or take a year or two. We had this one radio, only 3 radio stations. The only one we could get fairly decent was one out of Cincinnati called WLW. And I recall that we would carry that little radio from the house to the barn when we did our milking. We always wanted Dad to get electric milkers, and he said, I don't need no electric milkers. I've already got 4. Of course, he had 4 sons, and I'm sure I can understand that now. But every morning at 7 o'clock, there was this radio program came over WLW, and actually it was originated in Indiana, Indianapolis, Indiana. It's called Cadle Tabernacle. It was a little spiritual type program that gave you a little thought for the day. Very wonderful little program, and I can recall what it was. They would start out with a poem like this. Ere you left your room this morning, did you think to pray? In the name of Christ our Savior, did you seek His loving favor as your shield today? Oh, how praying rests the weary. Prayer can change in night to day. So in gladness and in sorrow, don't forget to pray. And I've often thought if our congressmen and our lawmakers and our educators and our military and our plumbers and our electricians, and the list would go on and on and on, if they would actually say a little prayer before the day begins, we could almost turn the world upside down. I really believe that. And another thing that they would have too, they would have this hymn that I remember after about 60 years. It went like this, Sweet Hour of Prayer. don't you all forget to pray now. This is old back yonder saying, adios.